Good evening, class 7th. I'm again with you. We have already started the story, The Quality. And see, even a shoemaker can be treated like an artist, provided that person takes as much interest as an artist. He should take pride in his work. And we saw how the Gessler brothers, see, they did not believe in advertisement. They had no signboards. A small signboard they had put up in front of their shop, and yet people knew their quality. People talked about their talent as an shoemaker, as an artist. See, whatever we do in life, if we take pride in our work, if we do it scientifically, we can also be as famous as Mr. Gessler was, or the Gessler brothers were. Let's see what happens further. The story further goes like this. Once I went absent mindedly into his shop in a pair of boots bought in an emergency at some large firm. He took my order without showing me any leather, and I could feel his eyes penetrating the inferior covering of my foot. At last he said, "Those are not my boots." Again, you can see here those, it's a German put, THOSE. Those, he pronounced like that. And not, not, boots, boots. So when he saw that the author was wearing some other boots, he complainingly, almost complainingly, uh, got ready to make the new ones, but he pointed out to those boots, saying that those are not my boots. And then he did not show him the leather. So this was the change this time. Let us see further what happens. The tone was not of anger, nor of sorrow, not even of contempt, but there was in it something quite that froze the blood. He put his hand down and pressed a finger on the place where the left boot was not quite comfortable. "It hurts you there," he said. "Those big worms are no self-respect." And then, as if something had given way within him, he spoke long and bitterly. It was the only time I ever heard him discuss the conditions and hardships of his trade. So, when he saw that the author was wearing some big form shoes, see, we should understand that the author has already described the circumstances under which those boots were bought by him. He bought them in an emergency. But Mr. Gessler could not understand that. And although he did not complain, he did not complain, but he pinpointed the place where the boot did not fit well. And then he said that it hurts you there. That means it hurts you. Hurts, he wanted to say. It hurts you there. That was the experience of Mr. Gessler. And then he said, those big firms, they have no self respect. They take so much of money, and yet the consumer, somewhere or the other, has to be unsatisfied also. Further, the story goes like that. They get it all, he said. They get it by advertisement, not by work. They take it away from us who love for boots. It games do this breastly. I have no work. Every year it gets less, you will see. And looking at his lined face, I saw things I had never noticed before. Bitter things and bitter struggle, and what a lot of grey hairs there seemed suddenly in his red beard. As best I could, I explained the circumstances of those ill honored boots, but his face and voice made so deep an impression that during the next few minutes I ordered many pairs. They lasted longer than ever, and I was not able to go to him for nearly 2 years. It was many months before my next visit to his shop. This time it appeared to be his elder brother handling a piece of leather. Well, Mr. Gessler, I said, how are you? He came close and peered at me. I am very well, he said slowly, but my elder brother is dead. And I saw that it was indeed himself, but how aged and wan. And never before had I heard him mention his brother. Much shocked, I murmured, oh, I am sorry. Yes, he answered, he was a good man. He made a good boot, but he is dead. And he touched the top of his head, where the hair had suddenly gone as thin as it had been on that of his poor brother, to indicate, I suppose, the cause of his death. Do you want any boots? And he held up the leather in his hand. It is beautiful piece. So the author, feeling guilty, ordered many pairs, and because he ordered many pairs, they lasted longer, and this was the reason that he did not visit the shop for the next 2 years. After 2 years, when he again went to the shop to order a new piece of shoes, this time the elder brother was not there. And when he was showing him the leather, he was asking him which design to prepare. He informed the author that his brother was no more. And this was the first time that the author saw him in a sad mood. in a shocking state of mind. Never before he had been in such a shocking state of mind. So then he asked, should I take the order? And of course, the author gave him the order, and the rest of the lesson we shall cover up in the next video. Thanks for joining.